I got to know that. So, and then rapidly after that, my team came to me and they said, like there's a new place, Resorts World, and for me, it was a little bit harder because there's an attachment with Caesar's Palace. For years and years, they've given me, the Coliseum has given me, an amazing opportunity here in Las Vegas. I've had 2 long sets of shows with them, as you probably know, and I will always be very, very thankful for that privilege as a new way of performing for me anyway, and to be able to be home at the same time and to live here and raise my kids and to perform as an artist, and for the people to travel and come and see our show. It was amazing. But I guess, I don't know, but I guess sometimes you feel like a brand new start or something new. There's a time where you feel like that, and the opportunity was given to us, and we decided to go for it because it was just, this project is just phenomenal, and the fact that this theater is 5,000 seats, they're building it, really taking good care of the seats, the environment, the sound, not just the look, but the sound, because music will be performed there,
Right.
and every room is an instrument, and it's very, very important to not just build a place, but to respect that this place will resonate and will live, and music will live through this. And these people right now, that's what they're doing. They're building this like the state of the art for allowing the lighting people to have things to work with at the best out there today. And the sound. What can my sound people do? They have the equipment that, wow, it makes them like, wow, excited, and it's something to look for because it's like la creme de la creme. So that also for me as an artist, knowing that the fans are coming to an environment where we welcome them at their best. I mean, the whole, I didn't see the place live, in person, but I've seen it through, through the technology. And I mean, between the rooms to the 40 different places to dine, to you can choose, and then the pools. I mean, how many pools is it? I think there's 7 pools. I mean, it's spectacular. It's spectacular, and I'm just looking forward very much to this fresh new start.
When are you going to be able to walk the theater itself? Have you not been through that?
I'm not quite sure, but maybe a month or 2 prior to the performance itself, we'll be in there practicing and rehearsing physically.
I'm very proud of the fact that I've been here through the whole thing, Celine. I walked the Coliseum when it was still under construction.
Wow.
Yeah, really. And so it's been, I've seen this whole thing happen with you, and you've been very modest about this, but we feel, at least I do, that you created the modern residency model in this city, over that period of time at the Coliseum. And here we are in your 3rd residency show, which we all expect to be groundbreaking. I have to ask you, does it feel any different now, different this time, and how so, besides being in the different theater? What do you feel like today compared to how it was back in the early 2000s?
I feel definitely stronger about it, and definitely super, super positive, because at first I felt like it was a first for a lot of people, and the odds were against us when we started, and I don't know if you remember when they said the Titanic was about to sink again, and it was...
I didn't say that, though.
No, I know you didn't.
But I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I remember. And so it was like, it was a hard beginning because it was a chance. We all took a chance. And if we don't take a chance, we can't move forward. We have to sometimes take a chance. And me, it was not my idea. So when you say I started this, but I was just part of it because somebody else had this idea and they wanted me. So I benefited from that, and I got lucky from that. I'm glad it worked for all of us. I'm glad it worked for them, and I'm glad it didn't sink. And you know what? Now I feel stronger because we've been there. we've been there a couple of times, and we know it works, and we know people love that because when they come to see a show, they go as well, either gambling, shopping, dining, laying in the pool, spa, whatever they want to do. There's so much to do. So we know it works, and we know people love that. So I'm super thankful that they reach for me because I love to create a show with my team, and I love to perform, and I love to live here. It gives me like the best of both worlds. I'm super thankful for Vegas, honestly, to give me the chance to be a mom and an artist.
Yeah, I appreciate that too, because you're someone who could live anywhere you want, obviously, and it's really a testament to our city that you have stayed here throughout your residency and are a resident. In fact, we should be proud of that civically, I think, in Las Vegas. I want to ask you, after being so intertwined with the Caesars brand and Caesars Palace brand, especially for so long, and for a venue that was built specifically for you at that time, how do you make the transition to a new property and being alongside other artists, the other three, featured in their brand campaign? Was that an adjustment for you to be part of that particular lineup?
I'll just have to change my shoes and buy another shirt.
New shoes.
No, I just want to make sure that I want to please the fans. For me, it doesn't matter. It matters in a way when I said to you that we went there to Resorts World because it's the best of the best right now for the technology that we need, who's going to help us to perform at our best. So that counts, and that's super important. But for me, an entrance or a color or a dressing room or, like a curtain, that is just like, for me, when I know that my team says with me that that's the place to go, then I got no more doubt. Then right now, for me, my job is to please the audience. I want the fans to come and say that the money they spend for a ticket and a night and a trip and a hotel and the food and the gambling and the shopping, it's really expensive. My job is for them to be pleased and not to be disappointed, because that would be hard for me. And no, I'm there to serve music the best possible and to please the fans.
It's fun. It's interesting in your career here in Las Vegas. The second time you came back was right after the economic downturn. We're just kind of crawling out of that period. And I remember the talk was we're going to rely a lot on Celine Dion to help regenerate
Yeah, no pressure, right?
commerce on the Strip, and here we are again with Celine, and we're talking about the same type of thing. I mean, it's just coincidental, but it's still, it just emphasizes how how important you become to our city across the board, not just artistically.
Well, I'm not going to go to bed with this quote tonight, but let's wish the best for all of us here, okay?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
What's going to be distinctive about the stage show, Celine, compared to what you've done before? What are we going to see when we walk into the theater?
We're still in the process of creativity right now, okay? So it's not like locked into like we know exactly from A to Z what we're going to do. We're still talking and building right now. But the vision that I have for the show with my team right now is a clean, panoramic type of vision, very modern, not cold, but clean. I don't know how to verbalize it differently,
Okay.
but the song will be with the light and the sound, and I don't want to have too much stuff because I've done that before, and it was great. Remember that with a new day,
Yes.
There was a big in the back, and everything was moving, and the 50 dancers. It was so. The visual was so big. So now I would love to try the visual so big in something so pure.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Celine. That first show, when I think of it, I think of multitudes of dancers on that rake stage. That's the vision I have of it. The second show, I see Celine Dion, maybe in the Rain Curtain. But
and don't get me wrong, that was amazing to do and to discover, and I was like, wow. I dreamt of having 12 dancers. Now I have 50. Wow, a dream came true. It was amazing. But this time, it's let's try to do. We're not here today to say we're gonna do better. It's not about better. It's to keep doing it.
I get you. Are you gonna have a full orchestra?
How many people do you think is a full orchestra?
I would say, what's a bandistra? Okay, 16 or above.
We're close to big at full orchestra.
Okay.
You know what I'm looking for? A full house.
That's a good question about the orchestra. I have discussions with my musician friends about where an orchestra starts, and usually they start with, are there more than one string player? Let's start there. And then,
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, we'll have a full orchestra probably, yeah.
Okay. And how about video content? Your show at the Coliseum, obviously, especially in the second variation, was very personal, home movies. Are we going to see a lot of that depicted at Resorts World?
Yeah,
and will there be a tribute to Renee in the show?
We're gonna see more of the personal content because I really feel that the fans. I've been wondering for many years actually that why do they come to see me? Why do they like me? Why do they insist? What the heck is happening? What is that? I mean, I'm trying to understand who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and I most of the time I'm like, there must be something. It's more okay. It's the songs, but is it my jokes? Is it my face, my personality? Is it my dress? My shoes? What is it? So I really think that's one thing, part of what people like. I hope I'm not wrong, but that's my feeling, is that what I share with them. Like an open book, for example. Sharing my happy moments and my sad moments and my struggles and things like I think the fact that I'm an open book, they kind of, it feels to me that when I sing a song, they know me beyond the songs. And I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that when they come for more than a record. They come for more than a song. They come for me. They come for between the songs, for the moments we share. And there will be definitely more content about personal things, my life, my past, my present, my future, whatever it is. We'll try to capture as many. But I want to be part of. I don't want to see just the sunrise and sunset in the back screen. I don't want my camera guy to just go and capture the desert. I want to be part of it. Yeah. I want to be part of that footage in the back. Whatever we're going to shoot on the screen, I want to be part of it. And there's a meaning behind that. It's not just to make it pretty. I want that to be meaningful, or I'm part of this, Yeah. So it's going to be very personalized, very.
The key, it sounds like, is to create warmth in a very large environment, right? Yeah.
And instead of having a big stage and to have to put a lot of furniture on it, it's like you come in a big space and there's one chair there, but it's the chair,
Yeah.
The light and the moment and the sound and the music, it has to be crisp and clean and emotional.
Yeah, I admire that. What's interesting here is we're about the same age. We're in the same age division, you and I.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's just, I think that there's a certain period of life where you go through it, whatever you're doing, and you kind of you go through a little bit of self-reflection, like what is going on here? What's been happening? And I think I hear that out of you. It's like, what am I going to do next? How am I going to advance my cause? What's the next big thing? How am I going to express myself? And I think it sounds like that's what this show is going to be rooted in. Is the next whatever's on your horizon ahead.
Yeah.
What about COVID? I wanted to ask you about it because you went through every terrible time like everybody else. What did you learn during that period, and what about it do you think will be like everlasting as we start to come out of it?
That we have to be careful, and we should not take anything for granted, and that humanity is something that we cannot live without.
Have you been jabbed? Have you been vaccinated?
Yes.
Good.
How do you say jabbed?
Jabbed.
Oh, that expression.
The guy who did mine said jabbed.
Yes. Did you?
I did. The guy who did me said jabbed. when he jabbed me.
So now you're old like me, trying to be cool, right? You're using jabbed.
I'm doing it because the doctor did it, but the guy who did me was a veterinarian, so I don't know. He was a vet.
Yeah, well, actually. I've been jabbed.
It seriously does. Really. I like it. I like it. Do you think you're going to experience butterflies as this whole thing comes about? And do you still have that feeling when you come on stage, or do you?
I have it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just when I just talk about it, it's like I've had a few rehearsals before, man. I'm like maybe people would think, even me, I'm thinking, I've been there, but I've never been there now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. It's going to be very different.
You took up, if I have this right, you had an emphasis on dance in COVID, or ballet in COVID. Do I have that right? What inspired that? What motivated you to embrace that format during the
Well,
downtime?
I wanted to kind of do some. I didn't want to go to the gym, that's for sure. I didn't need to because I don't need to. But at one point, I'm like, I don't need to because of what? Because of weight. But what about my heart? Should I do something about my health? For me, I was not doing this to achieve anything, to do anything. But I just started to stretch, and I went to see NDT, and I was very interested in their approach. I went to see a couple of shows, and I saw stuff on my iPad and all that, and I was like, gosh, it's so amazing. And I've always said that I sing with all my body, because when we sing, it's the whole body that's involved. And I wanted to kind of stretch just for more flexibility, just for myself. Mm-hmm. And then I started to be flexible, and I never been flexible all my life. And then I started to feel flexible. I was like, what is going on? Wow, my feet were getting closer to my hands, and my hands were touching the floor. And then I was making the split, and I was like, okay. Then I did some improvisation with one of my partner and my teacher, just for fun. After every show, I was doing improv, and I started to be totally addicted to stretching, ballet, and just improv. And it got me to be super fit, super happy. And that's about it. And I never thought to do something with this. And before we left with the Courage tour, we decided to just try to film and improv, and it's part of the tour. And that's about it. And I kind of left it behind me for half of the COVID moment, should I say. So I did train for a few months into the beginning of the time out from the world. And then I'm like, it's okay. Take it easy for a moment. So now I'm not doing anything, but I will start again to train again, just for my own pleasure, because it's good to stretch. I'm not doing anything to impress, but to impress me, yes. Yeah, just to impress me.
Yeah, you said Nevada Ballet Theater. Do I have that reference right? NBT?
Oh yeah. That's just so amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, they are. Oh man, I love that company.
Yeah, me too.
I do love them.
It's Chris Lingle. How are you?
Hey, Chris.
How are you? Just a couple more questions, please, if you're good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. I didn't know you were there, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm hiding and lurking in the depths.
You never have to hide from me. Are we going to see some, on the ballet question? Are we going to see some of that in the show, Celine?
I don't know yet. We'll see how fast I can go back to top shape.
And I will wrap it up with this. I love the commercial. I loved you in the commercial and that whole pinball machine thing.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. That was crazy. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you play pinball, or do you come from an era that you have any interest in the game?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, we do have, not in the house right now, but I have to make a space for that. But we had this in Florida, and I kept them. I think we have, my kids had 2 or 3 pinballs.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, I love that.
Good. I like RC's release, his EP, by the way. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, wow. Did you understand the words? Because I did not.
I understood enough of them.
Yeah, okay, good. Woo! He's been jabbed.
And I'll tell he's been jabbed, and so did my neighbors understand a lot of them.
Yeah. Woo.
I had that thing cranking. I got warned about it.
Well, you know what? You have to let the teenager, the young kids, you have to let them create. It might not be what I would say for sure, what I would write, what I would create. No, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Do I love it? No. Do I love him? Yes. Do I support him? Yes, because I love him.
Yeah.
And it's not my thing, it's his thing. You know, everything that your kids do, they can't do because of a mother or because of a father. They have to be them. And yes, he's creating. He's not hurting anyone, and it's his way of creativity right now through music. So I have to let it be. You know.
Yeah, I dug it. I thought it was. It did take me back to my teenage years and the kind of the stuff, the content I used to listen to in the old days. You know, so there was that.
Well,
all right.
Thank you for talking to me about that. That's very sweet of you.
Yes, yes. I know. I feel like I know you guys. You know, through the whole thing.
Well, you
so,
do. You
yeah.
do.
And so
we're Vegans. We have no choice to know each other.
You know it, yeah. I'm with you on that. Okay, I'll let you guys tie this up, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for your. I do appreciate your time. I hope you come and see the show. We can chat, and can't wait to see you again.
Yeah, me too, Celine. I'm really looking forward to that moment, the whole thing restarting, and I always enjoy you and have for years. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Stay safe, okay?
You got it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.